All right. Hello, Divine Feminine. How are you? I have been shuffling my deck for a few minutes here. Ten of Swords, Five of Swords. So the question I'm kind of led to ask today is, what will happen next? What's going to happen soon? Hanged Man, Magician. I don't know why that's giving me some Hermit energy there, but I feel like they're seeking some wisdom. Temperance, Hanged Man. Interesting energies coming through. Look at Hermit, Hierophant. So a lot of fives already. I feel like they're contemplating change pretty heavily. What they want to have happen. Four of Wands. Lovers. Eight of Swords. Two of Pentacles, Hangman. Had a lot of just random coughing. I don't know what's going on. Two of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Ten of Swords, Three of Wands, Three of Cups. Sorry. Ace of Pentacles in the World. Ace of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Justice. Why do I almost feel like another ace wants to come out? The Wheel and the Star. The Ace of Wands and Judgment. That's crazy. So we have three aces. I feel three aces. Which of course is my sign for spiritual awakening. I think that they're going through some kind of awakening. To me, it doesn't feel like, I feel like if they were to reach the bottom, if they were to have a rock bottom type moment, it already happened. Angel of Strength, Cornucopia. Interesting. So another Judgment card. Yeah, see, they're making a decision. They're thinking. Thinking. Lots of thinking. I get Hermit energy. One, two, three, four major arcana here. This is a very interesting, sort of complex energy. Get Hermit card there. Okay. Something is important about the Ace of Pentacles in this reading. Not to you, but to him. What I kind of get is happening right now is that, yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. He's looking at where he's come from, kind of his roots, his childhood. I think that came out exactly the same yesterday. Wow. Why is he sort of, this is what he's realized. Where he used to think, and this may have mirrored some of your old realizations about yourself. Where he used to think or be told that something was wrong with him, he's realized through you in your reflection that this is a crazy message. Okay, what like a magical creature he is, right? I'm looking at the Unicorn card. He kind of is also like, there's a new appreciation for, strangely, the difficulties of his childhood. It's almost like, yeah, I kind of see the road. I don't know why I'm getting road. That I really could have never reached this place without taking that road. So you're getting cow spirit. He's getting vulture spirit. That's a beautiful energy, actually. You know what I'm saying? It's like, instead of looking back and seeing all the pain, he's looking back and seeing the good. That's what I get off that card. And then this beautiful eagle spirit. Spirit has your back. And then be playful. I think he took some things very, very seriously in the past. And though he may not have shown it on the outside, all I can tell you is that this Ace of Pentacles energy that's coming through is very serious. Like, he's not messing around. I think you're going to see evidence of this soon. I feel like it will show itself in the 3D. Well, that's what I'm getting. But not yet. Soon, though. Soon. Okay, let's get the unicorn cards. They're saying they'll give me more information about what it is in a minute. And not to be impatient about it. So with you and this cow spirit, I get this feeling, better card could not have come out, that you're wondering, there's a lot of like, I see like the deep waters are stirred up, there's a lot of turmoil, and you're looking at like, what is going on with my life, my legacy, what am I doing here? And I see that there's some wrestling with decisions. Like, both of these cards here are like looking back at decisions that you made that didn't result in what you wanted it to. I see there's 2 2s here also. And indecision. I feel like this is almost plaguing you right now. Like, what if I make the wrong decision? And so the unicorn card that comes out is prosperity. Do you see all those clouds? There's a book and it's called The Cloud of Unknowing. A gift of memory is a gift of money is on its way. Your income is increasing. Manage your finances with love. So it does have a little rainbow in it too. You're going to overcome your confusion with a lot of clarity, I believe. And the decisions you make will be correct. He has goddess. Honor your divine feminine energy. See your inner beauty. Love every part of you. I truly, truly think he is finding his self-love right now. Miracles. This is the second card of miracles. Have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your progress has been, your prayers have been answered. Surrender to the how. I never bring my glasses, and I always need them with the tiny print. Celebration. So you can look forward to some beautiful things happening. I can see that there's a lot on both your minds. You're heavily invested in how do I transform my poverty thinking into prosperity thinking? And it may not be those words, but I get very strongly, although that we don't have the 10 of Pentacles here, I get a lot of 10 of Pentacles energy. And a desire for things to be made right. Like, there is 2 cards of justice here. And some of you may be dealing with situations that you felt were very unfair. And I feel like those will be, look at, it's the word I was going to say, 10-10 reunion, reconciling differences. I feel like those will be reconciled. And I'm not necessarily saying you'll be reconciled with him, though I do feel you will. I feel that happens when, and I'm sorry, it's very cliche, you hear it all the time, but it's like, you will have a new project coming into your life. For many of you, it may be like a new home or a new office or a new job, like an actual domicile. But for some of you, you're stepping through like a new portal. So he has, look at that. 2 cards of feminine energy, 6-6, feminine twin, activating higher self. I think he's seeing himself through your eyes, to be honest. 10-10, high priestess, expanding consciousness. So that came out with the high priest. And so we have 11-11, everything is possible. Bottom of the deck is 9-9, open your heart, set loving boundaries. Beautiful. So again, boundaries are always useful when we are evolving, to give us a sense of safety until we can find complete and total acceptance in the now, which is unconditional love, right? Surrender is complete and total acceptance of the now, and all that is. And unconditional love for what is. And that means we don't judge it as good or bad. So, you know, just so you know, I have 5 signs in Libra, which is the scales. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. I mean, 5 planets, 5 signs. All right, so what do we want now? Some of these. The Magician. I said the Magician because we had it somewhere. I saw it on the shuffle. I feel the Magician here. For some reason, the King of Swords is giving me a lot of Magician energy today. I think he's really, really thinking about crafting the perfect message, and it's getting him hung up a little bit. Like, I see he's decided. See, prayer is always heard. Yeah, I think what it's going to be, I honestly feel that he's going to ask you a question that he feels he 100% knows the answers to. Like, he knows. It's like they're showing me I don't know why a fox trap, but like a fox trap, and him like putting the bait in the trap. And the fox falling for it. You're the fox. Okay. Like Jack's like, I imagine sleeping next to you, Jaguar medicine. If I called, would you answer? I know I treated you badly and I'm too proud to say sorry. Tap into imagination. He kind of wants you to, why am I getting this? Admit something. It's like he wants you to admit these deeper feelings, and like how much this relationship affected you. Now, energies could be flipped, and he could be secure enough. He could be one of the rare masculines. And that might be what he is tapping into with this feminine energy. He could be one of the masculines where he's secure enough to admit things that you've wondered about for a very long time. The next card's feeling insecure. These are really interesting cards. Okay, I'm going to save them for a second. I want to go through them. I think what he's going to do, what I get the sense of, is either send you a message that kind of looks like he's doing you a favor, like he's the good guy, or like, this is just one example, it's not for everybody, but like telling you, oh, someone said something bad about you and I stood up for you, or someone said they were going to do something to you and I stood up for you, and like something where he very much looks like in the right. This seems to be his plan, or something like, hey, I wanted to let you know, I referred you, like if you're a certain profession, I referred you to this really big client, or I referred your name to someone that's looking for X. Something like that. I get this feeling like no rational person could be angry at what the information that's coming in. Like, it looks very, very beneficial. And to you, like, I did you a huge favor, you owe me. That's this energy I'm getting with the Three of Wands and the Two of Pentacles for some reason. It's like, did I say doorway? I think I said it yesterday. I said it here. You're walking through a new portal. I get this feeling like he just wants to open a doorway that's been closed. And there's something here about feeling secure versus feeling insecure. Like, you both may be feeling like, I'm secure enough to handle this right now. But what I get is like the second you start talking, you feel just as insecure as before. Now, is either of those things true? Not necessarily. Like, I do see there's a possibility that this is somewhat triggering to you. Why though? Let's find out. You changed me. I think once he opens the door, you know, it depends on how safe you feel, if you respond, all of that. What kind of conversation you want to have. I'm curious about what you're doing. This is intense. I wrote you a song, crystalline frequency. So different. Dreams of you, baddie vibes. I write texts and delete them. Mars, Isis, green flag, coins. I look at your social media. I do think one of you is going to be honest that you have seen the other's life going on in social media. That might be out for some of you. You might know that, like, you might watch each other. But for some of you, I think it's hidden. Because I do see things coming to light. Like, there is information that gets revealed. Now, the big question still remains is that there's this piece of information here that, like, I think it's mostly going to be my move towards flirtatious if that's something you want, because these cards are interesting cards. They're pretty intense energy. I still can't get what this pentacle is about. Look at, and then I pick this up and split it, and it's the 10 of Pentacles. It's the world, actually, but it's the 10th house. What is this, Spirit? Part of what I think he wants to say is that he got something wrong. Karma. The card hasn't come up for a while. Second Mars card. I think he took wrong action. Look at solar eclipse and destiny. Yod. Wow. Those are crazy energies. Okay. Third house messages. I think there was something either said. I think there was something said. For most of you, it may have been in writing or a text message that he got something wrong, or he said something he regrets. And this was because, and I think it was something in the past that was very abrupt, out of nowhere, or unexpected, that we always talk about the Nautilus shell hiding like the deep inner chambers, right? Nobody can get to those chambers in the middle. And I think you provoked feelings that were kind of hidden in that center, that kind of forced him to force a reaction. And here we have the karmic debt, right? Life's debts. The South Node is interesting because it does come with gifts, but it also comes with debts. And part of his debts seem to be around love. And how, and this has been somewhat of a revolution for him. Like there's the death card, and then, you know, the rainbow card, and then there's this solar eclipse. What is it that is really talking about here? You see, there's also this is childhood, and then this is past life. Very intense feelings. A win-win alchemist forecast. We've got that card a lot. Energy is gaining momentum. Take time to breathe out. You are good enough. It could be that feeling not good enough. Don't let pride get in your way. Feel that. Okay. So again, we're seeing kind of a same message. I was really hoping for something new, but what I like is that this seems to be coming to the conscious part of his mind, where I think the actions that happened were very unconscious at one point, very much misunderstood about why the reaction and the intensity was so strong. And I like seeing, I like seeing the, I like seeing the Ace of Swords in reverse, because again, it's a Nautilus shell, right? I feel like here, this is him getting out of overthinking, although we do have the Eight of Swords, and really freeing himself in a way from being able to process the feelings of betrayal that are there, right? So we all know that saying, like, hurt people, and I think this has really come to his attention in a lot of ways. I think he ran away because he felt he didn't deserve love. Now, that feels very, you know, like we've heard it a million times. That's great, but it doesn't really do anything. We do have reconciliation on the bottom of the deck. And what I think he wants to tell you is how much you changed his life. And you may have said something like this yourself. But how, and this is a big deal for him. And I know you're going to be like, why is it a big deal? Because it is. It's a really big deal. I can tell you from the cards that are here that it's a big deal, and how much work has had to go into admitting, and if he is able to say that you're very special to him. And I feel like the pushback in this reading is, well, why didn't you act like I was special then? And it kind of is the specialness that caused the action, right? It's a weird thing to say, but that he had to, like, go away from it. And I talked about this card the other day, and I think it was in conjunction with the Eight of Swords too, but it's like he kind of had to be alone to free his mind from this restriction. Ooh, just got a really interesting feeling. Where I can't explain this any other way. It's like when he hurt you, you may have felt like the bottom like dropped out from under you. Like imagine some ride where the bottom drops out and you just plummet, right? I think that's what he's going through or has gone through recently. Like you wake up, there are just days you wake up and you see everything in a completely different light. And I get this feeling like what he thought love was all about, it's just like, it wasn't about that at all. It was so not about that. And I actually really feel from this reading that they're pointing out the hieroglyphics on this card here, that you speak kind of different languages, and you tried to read something and your own, what are they saying? It's like your own lens confused it too. It wasn't just him that kind of projected onto it, it was also you. Though I think you've worked through a lot of that. They're saying, you know, when you two come back together, you're going to know right away that you might not have worked through as much as you thought. Sorry. I'm right in there with you. So it may be partially because there hasn't been much going on that it feels very calm and like you feel like you, oh, that doesn't go there. Where does this go? Here. You might feel like you'd have done more work. But there is a lot here saying this is bringing good things in. Like things are accelerating. And Three of Cups is a really nice energy. Like I swear, if I hear one more person talk about karmics, I'm just going to lose my mind. But it's like, so I'm not going to talk about it. And I just don't think it's relevant right now anyway. He sees, there is value that he sees in building something bigger than like right here, right now, today. Like, although I always caution the masculine may come in, start things up and leave again, you know, I think he sees a little bit of longevity here, because why would this not have gone away? And I do think he's going to say something to that effect if this is a conversation that goes on. Like, did you miss me like I missed you? I tried to like let go, but I couldn't. You're unlike anyone else I've ever met. You have changed my life. There's a lot of things that I wish I would have done differently. I don't see an explicit apology here, but I feel like that's the overall kind of energy of this conversation. Like him telling you that he was in contemplation for a long period of time and he couldn't decide what to do. He kept thinking, you know, you might return. And then once he kind of was able to realize how badly he hurt you and how unable he was just to kind of brush it off, he really didn't know how to come back. And I also see a lot of pride here. Like pride has stopped him at times when he really did want to have a reunion. I get the feeling from these cards he's very aware that you have deep feelings for him and that you've wanted a conversation at times. But the nice thing here is we had a win-win outcome. As long as there's honesty about, you know, that Hanged Man, that is Pisces energy, but it's giving me a lot of Virgo, because I know it's a strange thing to say, but Virgo is the opposite sign of Pisces, which I think is just one of the weirdest pairings of all. But it makes a lot of sense in a way, because Virgo is the most evolved of the individual and Pisces is the most evolved of the relationship. And I think it took this, that was beautiful, Spirit, thank you. It took this relationship being on such a different level that to get him to really evolve so much so quickly. And I know some of you are sitting there going, he hasn't done anything. But I think when you talk to him, it's going to be a different story. I mean, when he reveals this stuff, I think there's a lot going on that anyone around him would be like, no, he's not doing that. That's definitely not happening. Because he's hit it so well. Let's get some like soul level cards. See what's going on a different perspective. You know, there isn't a ton of action cards here, that's for sure. There is the Hangman reverse, which I like to see, because if he's the one that put this on pause, then he can unpause it, right? That's kind of how that's so interesting. Beautiful. Interesting. I do feel, well, that's very sweet. He is kind of thinking, well, maybe fate will bring us back together. Like, I feel a passiveness here, but I also feel like I'm surprised TikTok didn't come out. There it is. I feel this card. I feel it really strongly. There's something here about the people around him. Now, I feel it stronger in these cards. Like, how his new self, the self that he feels reflected in you, just doesn't belong in this place that he was. And it's not that he didn't know that before, but he just masked everything he was feeling so strongly. And you just cut right through that. And yeah, he is like thinking, he was thinking in a lot of ways like this traditional life is great, right? This traditional by the book life is great. And here's this elephant, these are the elephants, and then here's this elephant playing in this pool of milk and honey. And as I always say, like, you can't unsee things on the spiritual journey. They just change things. So it does, there are a couple cards here where there's this baby animal. Actually, there's 4. Baby, 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 baby. And I get this very, very strong feeling that he's just, it's just his inner child, and it's just his looking at his childhood and looking at, like, see the building blocks. They're kind of giving me puzzle pieces and Legos and Lincoln logs. Like, how does this all fit together? How did I build this structure? How did I build this structure? Because yeah, we have a house, we have a home, but all of it is built on an internal structure, actually showing me like a log cabin of Lincoln logs. And it's like, that was all built piece by piece. And if the bottom piece is all cracked and rotting, right, you have to take all of the other pieces away to get to it. And not just on the one side, like with Lincoln logs, you have to take it all apart, all the way, because they all connect and overlap. And there's something here about that. There's something here about, I know we're not done. I know I have this work to do. This work pushes me right to the edge. That's not all work we can all do very easily, right? But they're saying it only really takes seeing through the illusion one time. They're saying it doesn't have to be so difficult. But this Ace of Pentacles reversed remains here. Get grounded. I'm Rama. Dance. Kind of the same ones that have been coming up. Lemuria. Star Mother. Break the chain. The crumbling. Age of Light. Play. Pleiades. Take a break. Yeah, I do think this is something he's been doing with the break, but you know, you can see on the crumbling, the light is coming in at the top, right? Had a bunch of Mars card. This is the Tower card, just very scorpionic energy. Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Oh, is that what it's about? Rewriting the future. Something about writing here. He wants to rewrite the future and he doesn't want to repeat the past. There is, you know, a real worry here that if you haven't taken action or you're not chasing him like you used to be, this is causing some concern for him. Like, it's definitely making him think maybe not for him. Maybe time is running out. Maybe you've left him. And there is still this energy of abandonment here. I'm not gonna lie, it's definitely there. Like I said, I feel like, oops, you guys feel like you've done a lot more work. Now you have done a lot of work. But it's just Spirit telling me that you're gonna find out that there's more work to do. Hammer, sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent working on it. Part of it is that sabotaging, that he realizes he sabotages real feelings in order to have like more fake feelings that he can control. Camera, Cupid 0, love, separation, twin flames, wow. Hand of cards, sending, not today, hammer, mask. I do think you're the shatterer of the mask. Butterfly, beautiful. Relationship evolving to the next phase. Healing the inner child, growth. I don't think a better card could have come out right there. It's definitely watching you somehow. I will say, if there's a long separation here or something like that, there's regret that. There's a lot of regret that what I actually get from this card is that you may have seen him treat someone well that was treating him bad. And that may have caused a lot of heartache in you. But ultimately, it caused your ascension and your self-love. And he knows he avoided this conversation or dealing with whatever needs to be dealt with. You know, in each of you, it's going to be different. He knows he avoided something. But like I said, I think in the beginning, like, there is strategy here. I see it. There's a strategy. He wants to feel less vulnerable. And this is a problem. And it may be a problem for you too. I think whatever happened before, I think you did maybe take a chance on vulnerability and show some of your emotions. And that's what made it so much worse. Not for everyone, but I think for some. It's like, I think you took off the mask for a minute, and then he still really hurt you, and that hurt worse. So it says yin yang, zen balance, union, duality, coupling, code, complement each other. Relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child. I have for a while talked about, I think this cycle has ended. We're at the kind of in-between phase. What word did they use before? Platform or something like that. You're kind of at the precipice of, do you want to climb or do you want to go straight? And climbing is, you know, going back around at a higher level. For those of you that resonate with what I just said, you will 100% know exactly what I mean. You will 100% know that life is giving you an opportunity to face some of your fears and challenge that, to overcome them. And I get this feeling again, it's just like the fate is in your hands right now. You have a choice. He has a choice. And I mean, the first two cards were the Four of Wands and the Lovers, followed by the Eight of Swords and the Two of Pentacles reversed. This energy is very, very strong for him too. I think you're wondering that. He may tell you that. He may tell you, this still feels so strong to me. And he may ask you, does this feel strong to you still? And I feel a question of a lot of you have about the boundaries of opening to this again. Oh yeah, I was going to get some of these cards for some reason. Let's see, what does our soul want us to know? Dealing with all of this. Alignment, enlightenment, divine animals. There is only light. Let go. Transformation. So death card again. Authentic truth. Meditation. Inner voice. Color. Soul name. You are the universe. So there's a big emphasis here that the answers that you need will come through meditation and trying to, in meditation, you can put your defenses down and feel the light and hear the truth from your soul. And that practicing that even a little bit will be very beneficial to you. Green Taurus, start delegating. Bridget, don't back down. Again, he has Divine Feminine. That's the third Divine Feminine card he's pulled. High Priestess. Beautiful, true love. Boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others' demands on your time and energy. Endings and beginnings. You're being empowered with your truth right now. Your higher self is really wanting to come through and tell you unequivocally what is safe for you right now and what's not. And I think this is a process of learning to speak your truth and to have your boundaries the way that you want it. Green Taurus, start delegating. Ask others, including me, to help you instead of trying to do everything by yourself. Don't back down. Stand up for what you believe is right. High Priestess, you have divine knowledge that can help others through your spiritual teachings. The romantic strings of your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. I feel like you'll be getting flashes of insight. Like, don't discount things that, oh, I put those away. I didn't mean to, but we know what they are. Okay. There's going to be flashes of insight that come that feel very aligned to you. And those come when you allow your kind of thinking mind to quiet. And they want you not to discount those. Spiritual awakening and forgiveness. Oh my God, if we get more forgiveness cards, like, I can't. I know it's important, but oh man, sometimes it's hard. Okay, clear quartz, purification, fire agate, creativity, coaxonite, new beginnings, rhodochrosite, acceptance. And then we have agate, healthy body on the bottom. So a lot of heart energy where you forgive. We are constantly moving towards that compassion where we can see that people are always doing the best that they can from where they are. And that's not an excuse about why, you know, that it's okay to treat you badly, but it's an understanding that and an acceptance of what is. You have call to action, Commander Ashtar. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. He has Lady Venus, downloaded an understanding. Truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. And higher learning. You've learned from experience. More inner study is now required for further progress. Bottom of the deck is Krishna, devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized and you are loved unconditionally. So those are beautiful energies, to be honest. It's just really aligning and trusting your inner guidance to make the right decisions for you, because it does feel like there are decisions to be made here. You have the air and fire dragon. I'll say you're getting mostly like minor arcana stuff. The emphasis is really on him. So we have Source Dragon again, most powerful dragon in the deck. So you have expands your creative energies, harness your creativity, excitement, and enthusiasm. Communicate your passion. Source Dragon attunes you to the infinite. Be still in the silence. Magic can happen. Be in the moment. Air and Water Dragon helps you connect to higher frequencies. Trust your intuition. Develop your psychic abilities. Be open to enlightenment and express your inner song. A lot about music too in this one. Archangel Gabriel's dragon brings purification, self-discipline will speed ascension, and bring joy. You can carry Archangel Gabriel's diamond. Okay, so a few messages. I really hope this helped you. If you'd like to claim it, let's see. I see that we have mirror numbers again today, so 1551 if you want to claim that. Oh, I rarely sneeze in my readings, so that's a pretty big sign. Very, very rarely. I think only one other time. And they're like, you can smell what's coming, you know. All right, I think we just had this one, but new beginning, new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live dreams passionately. These are a lot of repeating messages. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. Forgiveness. And you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. And then forgiveness. Stop focusing your energies on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. So I think that's encapsulates a lot of what is going on. I think that although we didn't have any direct cards about family healing except the break the chains one, I do feel like he's much more aware of all of that. So I hope this helped you. Thank you so much for likes, shares, and subscribes and comments. They really help when I put videos out, and I appreciate you so much. Sending you so much love. Bye for now.